In this video, we'll talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger's top 6 list, Tom's Take version. Love him or hate him, whatever, the guy's successful. And I like to follow successful people and see how they do it. This is a really good reason why he has been so successful. Number 1 on Arnold's list, trust yourself, never lose sight of the dream. So many people criticize me and put me down and were snarky about going back to college at 40 years old. What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Radio, all the old radio people said, you can't do radio that way, you can't do radio that way. And then we won 3 Michigan Association Broadcast Excellence Awards 12 years on. You gotta believe in what you're doing. It's number 1 on my list, number 1 on my top 10. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith in you gotta believe in your dream, and you gotta get busy. But that's all there is to it. All these other people that are out there that put you down, never lose sight of your dream. Never, ever, ever. Number 2, you gotta break some rules. I don't know who established some of these old rules, but in the 21st century, rules are meant to be broken. I didn't say laws, because I've done that. Rules. Sometimes you just gotta get out there and you gotta take a chance. You gotta take a risk and you gotta go for it. Break some rules, because when people tell you the certain things like, well, that's against the rules or you can't do it that way, break the rules. Be okay with it. Try it. Go for it. Look at rule number 1, have faith. Rule number 2, break some rules. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to fail. All of these tie together. If you're afraid to fail, then you're screwed. You gotta get up. You're gonna fail. Accept failure is part of the process. Failure means you're trying new things. Failure means you're having some balls and some guts and you're getting out there to try it. Don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, get up and get going and get back in the ring and get going and get working and work harder. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never be successful. Arnold's rule number 4, avoid naysayers. Again, I've talked about those snarky assholes who are out there who are gonna just put you down because they don't want you to change. This goes into the substance abuse and alcohol problems too. The people who don't want you to get better. Avoid those. When I say cut dead wood, and I've talked about this before, sometimes in life you gotta cut the people that aren't helping you out of your life because they're not getting you to the place. They will not help you get to the place you need to be. You gotta avoid the naysayers. And if you have naysayers in your life, you may have to either set them straight or cut them loose. Either way, you gotta avoid these people. Rule number 4, avoid naysayers. Rule number 5, you gotta work like hell. You gotta just keep busting ass. You gotta get in there, you gotta get in the gym, you gotta do the things that are good for you. You gotta work, don't wait. Don't wait for people to bring it to you. Show up early. When you start at 8, be there at 10 till. If you're gonna have a meeting, be there 15 minutes early. Come prepared. Work like hell. Don't come in unprepared. One thing I've learned with radio is to be respectful of my guests. We have certain things that I need to have and I need to do, and I need to do the readings, I need to do the heavy lifting so that I respect my guests. I gotta do the work. Do the work, work like hell, and just get going. Rule number 6, and I like this one the best. They're all great, but you got to give something back. And here's the thing about intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is the thing that's inside you. And when you have intrinsic value, your soul gets better, your heart gets better. You got to help other people. That's why all of the doctrines with religion talks about helping others. I don't go down the religious path, but I'm a universal energy person, and I'm all about karma. And you got to help people because what goes around comes around, baby. And that is a fact. If you help other people, your life will be better. Don't think about the money. Think about the people. Think about helping them get better. All right? That's a really, really big rule. Give something back.